Let's make Pad Kaprao a.k.a. Thai Holy Basil stir-fried chicken. When I was living in Thailand, it was one of my favorite Thai food and it's super popular over there, even more than Pad Thai actually. You could either find some pork, chicken, beef, or even tofu vegetarian versions. Here I'll go with some minced chicken version and a second one with some minced chicken and green beans. So I got some chicken breast here, which is fine because we're gonna mince the meat ourselves. You wanna have the meat cut into smaller pieces so it will be easier to grind the meat using a cleaver or any big knife. For the stir-fry sauce, I go with 2 teaspoons of fish sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, ideally 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and a bit less or around 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. 1/4 cup of light chicken broth or a little bit of water. For the soy sauce, you can interchange with less dark soy sauce and more light soy sauce, but in total I use around 3 tablespoons. And 1.5 tablespoons of sugar or brown sugar. So fish sauce, oyster sauce, soy sauce and sugar are the key ingredient for a good Pad Kaprao sauce. And mix everything well to help the sugar dissolve. We also want to get this strong aromatic signature which is so typical in Thai cuisine with the garlic, chili and onion. I'll take around 6 to 8 garlic cloves. You can break the cloves by smashing it to peel out the skin more easily. So a mortar will traditionally be used in Thai cuisine to break some ingredients. It helps to release the aroma out. But here I don't have such tools, so I will grind the ingredient myself. Of course, you could adjust the quantity of the garlic, onion and chili, especially for the chilies, but Pad Kaprao is a Thai dish that you want to eat spicy. At least you want to get that fresh chili flavor. But if the spicy heat is too much, you could just remove the hot pepper seeds since the heat mainly comes from there. So I'll use 2 to 3 chilies. So half portion with the seeds and the other half without to kind of like balance between the spiciness and the heat. And which is optional, a bit of coriander. Now for the cooking, just medium to high heat and some cooking oil. And cook the chilies, the garlic. That could release some powerful scent, strong enough to make you cough eventually, which is completely normal. When the garlic starts to get colored a little bit, go on with the onion and stir them a little. Then go on with the chicken. If you grind the meat yourself, you would eventually end up having some big clumps. You could try to break the meat into smaller pieces by really stirring the meat continually. When the chicken gets more cooked, I'll add the sauce. And you just need to mix the sauce and the chicken for everything to really infuse and the sauce to get absorbed. Now reduce the heat and go on with the basil, half a cup or a bit more, which seems quite a lot at first, but the leaf will fade out a bit and it won't look too much afterwards. And you will need all that great basil aroma. Unfortunately, I don't have holy basil, which is quite hard to find, so I'm using Thai basil instead, which is still quite fragrant and peppery. But if you don't have Thai basil, you could go with some Italian basil too. So I got some long beans here, which I didn't include in my last recipe because I didn't have some. But in a lot of places in Thailand, they will include those long beans in the Pad Kaprao, which is really good. And if you have some, I would recommend you to add those long beans into the Pad Kaprao. Just cut the beans in small chunks. Then for the cooking, it's really the same process: garlic, chili, onion, then chicken. If you want your beans to be softer, then add them at the same time with the chicken. But if you want them to be just a bit more crunchy, then you can put them a bit before adding the sauce. Now reduce and turn off the heat and add your basil. So you don't want to overcook the basil to still keep its strong fragrance. As you'll see, all those leaves will incorporate well into the dish and it won't look that much actually. But you can still put less if you want to. That's it, here's your stir-fried Thai Holy Basil. Super easy to make, very simple and tastes so good. Last but not least, in Thailand, they often serve it with some Thai fried egg.
So you need some oil and it's a deep fry versions of an egg.
Look at those bubbles! And when it starts to brownish a little bit, you can just remove the egg.